Okay, there is no doubt up to 1 to 4. So I'll start directly with 5. First one, okay, what is the issue in the first one? Uh, you can, do you remember the algebra of convergence sequence? Limit n tending to infinity xn equal to 5, is yn equal to minus 3, then you just need to substitute it here. So it will become 1 plus root xn. At the place of xn you need to put 5. So 1 plus root 5, in the denominator it will be 1 plus yn the whole square. What is yn? Limit of yn, it is minus 3. Minus 3 square, it is 9. So our answer is, do you see the answer? It is option C. Correct? What else? No, you just tell me what you have marked, then I'll say whether it is correct or not. Okay, is that fine? Just tell me for the second question, what did you mark? Yeah, then I'll tell whether it is correct or not. And if it is wrong, then I'll help you in that. Okay, tell me what about the second one? B, whether it is not bounded above. Anybody else? Okay, mostly everybody is saying option B. But think about this sequence. Don't you think this is convergent sequence? This is say 4n square minus 3n plus 2 divided by n square plus 5n, correct? How did you check convergence? You just have to take limit n tending to infinity. Now what will you do when you are having like this? Then you have to divide by n square. Do you agree? So once you divide by n square, the answer will be your 4. So this limit exists. That means what? This is a convergent sequence, and you have proved something for convergence sequence. The first theorem, after I proved that the definition, after I gave the definition of convergence, then I proved that every convergence sequence is bounded. Do you remember that proof? Yes, yes. Do you remember that जब भी अभी जो मैं पूछ रहा हूँ उस पर नहीं बोल रहा तुम? You are asking about recording. Yeah. Yes. Then go through that proof. We have proved that every convergent sequence is bounded. So now tell me which option is correct now. Now you know that this sequence is convergent. So that means it is bounded. Bounded means what? It is bounded above also and bounded below also. Now tell me, what is the correct answer? Which option? The first option is saying xn is not bounded below. That is definitely wrong. Xn is not bounded above. That is definitely wrong. Not convergent. We just now saw that it is convergent. So this is wrong. The option must be D. None of this. Perfect. Do you agree, everyone? Yeah, nice. Okay, what about this one, third one? Yes. थर्ड में क्या अप्लाई किया? क्या आंसर लगाया तुम लोगों ने? क्या टिक किया? Is it D? None of this? Okay, anybody else? Yeah, anyone else with any other option other than option D? nobody is replying. What about the first option, option A, whether it is convergent or divergent? What about the first option? Hello, can you hear me? Yes, and we have proved it. We have proved it. This converges to 1. Nice. What about this one? This is also we have proved it. You go back and see the standard. Again 1, yes. What about the third one? I think we have not seen this question. Yeah, it converges to 0. That is what your claim is. Anybody else? I'll just prove it. Don't worry. Anybody else? Whether it is convergent, divergent, what do you think? I'll prove this that this sequence is uh, divergent. That is, this goes to infinity. Maybe I'll prove it uh, here only. Let me clear the screen. Have we proved this? R raised to n upon n factorial goes to 0. Have we proved this? As I already told you, n factorial goes faster than r raised to n. R is any positive number. Yes, r raised to n upon n factorial that goes to 0. We have proved it. I want to relate this with this guy because here it was nth root of n factorial, so I can do that, I think. Yeah. Okay. Now look at this. R raised to n upon n factorial goes to 0. What do you mean by that? That means, let us write the definition. That means for all epsilon positive, let us take epsilon equal to 1. For epsilon equal to 1, there will exist a n naught belongs to natural number such that, what is the condition? Mod of r raised to n upon n factorial, that is less than 1 for all n greater than equal to n naught. Do you agree? As per the definition. Do you agree? Do you agree as per the definition? कन्वर्जेंस का डेफिनेशन यही है. ओके. Okay, can I solve it little bit? That means what, can I write it as r raised to n that is less than equal to n factorial, and mod n factorial लिखो तभी भी कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Let us remove mod, that then that is also okay. Oh, sorry, I deleted everything. I'm sorry for that. I'll quickly write it. R raised to n upon n factorial that goes to 0 when r is any positive number. It is any positive number. And by the definition, choose epsilon equal to 1. Since it is convergent, then I can choose any epsilon. There will exist a n naught belongs to natural number. What is the condition it should satisfy? R raised to n upon n factorial that is less than 1 for all n greater than equal to n naught. Perfect. Now I see r raised to n and factorial, everybody is positive, so mod लगाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. I can write it as r raised to n that is less than n factorial for all n greater than equal to n naught. Is that okay? Yes, but I wanted something else. I wanted something else. What I want here, I want nth root of n factorial. Do you see option C? So here I am having n factorial. Can I take nth root? And I will take nth root. It will not change the sign because both are positive number. So I will be having r is less than n factorial raised to 1 by n. Can you conclude something by seeing this? What was my R? Any real number, any positive real number, do you agree? And this guy is saying this is always, there will always exist n such that this guy will be always greater than R. So if R is my infinity, then this is going to always, do you understand what I want to say? That means what? From this we can see that n factorial raised to 1 by n, that goes to infinity. That is actually divergent. I should not write goes to, नहीं तो तुम लोग बोलोगे convergent है. This is diverges to infinity. So infinity. Do you agree? Because this was true for any real number. So I cannot choose a fixed guy. Suppose I cannot say that this is converging to 1, because I will be having R. अगर मैंने 5 लिया तभी भी वो बड़ा है, 7 लिया तभी बड़ा. I cannot bound it. Correct? Perfect. Yeah. Yes. So which option is correct? The question was which of the following is divergent. So option C is the divergent one. Do you agree? Yeah. Okay. Now tell me which question you are having doubt. अगर ऐसे गए तो मतलब ये कंप्लीट ही नहीं होएगा मुझे लगता है. We'll be stuck with the practical 3 only. Tell me fast. Yes. What about the fourth one? B. That is, it is. Yeah, definitely. Why? By algebra of sequence, if this guy is convergent, this guy is convergent, then minus of yn will also converge. Then you just add minus of yn with this guy, you'll be having xn, that is also convergent. Correct? It is simple algebra, just taking addition and multiplying minus. Option B is correct. What about the fifth one? If xn and yn be the sequence of n, en equal to this, then they are saying en converges to 0, then yeah, C, definitely yes. Do you agree, everyone? Option C is correct. See, mod of xn minus yn goes to 0. That means what? Xn and yn behaves alike. They are almost same, you can say. Goes to 0. That means what? You can see after some n, they are almost same. So they converge to the same limit. Okay, what about the sixth one? If xn and yn be the real convergent sequence, then xn is less than yn, then whether it is A. Think about it again. I can give you some example where it is not A. See, whenever you are having this type of question, it is better to go with an example. See, suppose I am taking xn is equal to say uh, say n upon n plus 1. Suppose my xn is n upon n plus 1 and yn is n square upon n square plus 1. Suppose I am having like this, okay? So do you agree xn is less than equal to yn? Maybe I'll put 3 here if you want. So अच्छे नहीं तो तुम लोग बोलोगे 1 के लिए they were true. Now this is not true for any of the n. That is, the xn is always less than equal to yn for all n. But where this xn and yn converge to? Where does this guy converge to and where does this guy converge to? 1. And what about this? That also 1. Perfect. So what is your conclusion? Limit may be their limit may be same. No, option C. No, xn is less than yn, but limit may be same. Correct. Do you see that? Okay, nice. What about the seventh one? Come on, fast. B. Whether both x and y. I think you were not present in my lecture. After doing the proof, I asked about this. Can I go converse? Then I gave you some counter example. अरे ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. B is saying that both x and y are convergent. C may be बोल रहा है, may be divergent. So it is just give me some counter example such that their addition is convergent but they are not. Give me some x and y and such that their addition is convergent but they are not. I have given you so many examples. Perfect, very nice. N and minus n. So what is their addition? The addition is 0. So addition is convergent. What can you say about xn and yn? They are divergent. So what can you conclude? Option A is false. They are saying at least one of the sequence, that is false because दोनों divergent है तभी भी तो नहीं हो रहा है. Option B दोनों convergent, that is definitely not true. Option C is saying x and y and may be divergent. Maybe, but there is maybe. Yes. Yeah, so option C seems to be correct one, na? Because I am having one example, xn equal to n, uh, yn equal to minus n, correct? And their addition is 0. So xn and yn may be divergent. That is true. Option C is true, correct? Okay. Let us clear the screen. Go to the next one. Yeah, tell me. What about eighth one? X and y is convergent sequence of real number than. What can you say? Same, I think इसके बारे में भी बात हुआ था. Which one? B. Can you give me a counter example? At least one of the sequences is convergent. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you're saying something, then you need to give a example. If give me a counter example. If you're saying it is not true. Okay, so perfect, very nice. You gave you xn equal to n and yn is 1 upon n, correct? So you are saying one of them is convergent and one is divergent. This converges to 0, this goes to infinity. That is, this is divergent. So that's why you are saying option A, at least one of the sequence x and yn is convergent. Correct? Option B, both x and yn may be divergent. Can you give me an example where both are divergent? Yeah, perfect, very nice. Minus 1 raised to n, that is divergent, and or you can take minus 1 raised to n again, no? See, this is xn, this is yn. So their product is will be 1. 1, correct? so that is convergent. So what is the conclusion? Option C is not true, that is for sure. Now to say at least one of the sequence x and yn is convergent, this is saying at least one, correct? So at least one means what? Can it be more than one? So it is including both the counter example which I just now talked about. One you told me that it is n and 1 by n, and one you told me minus 1 raised to n and minus 1 raised to n, correct? So this the option A is giving me taking me both the counter example. Do you agree? Yeah, tell me. Yeah, actually convergent बोला है. Oh, yes, yes. At least one of them is convergent. Correct. So there are दोनों divergent. Correct. So option B is the perfect one. Nice. I thought it was divergent. It is convergent. At least one of the sequences is convergent. So next आएगा दोनों convergent. So it is not including this case. Okay. So option B is correct. Yeah. What is the next one? Ninth. बोलो क्या है ninth का आंसर? थ्योरम प्रूफ किया हम लोगों ने. Which of the following is not true? They are asking. Yes, very nice. Option C. Good. What about question number 10? Yeah, this is a nice question. Xn and Yn, under which condition Xn into Yn is convergent? Yes. I think अब मुझे ये theorem कराना चाहिए था. The statement of theorem is this: if Xn goes to 0 and Yn is bounded, then prove that Xn into Yn is convergent. Is convergent, alright, is convergent. And converge to 0. This is what I want to prove. So the proof is very simple. If you will see x and y and converge to 0 matlab you need to consider what xn into yn. This is what you need to consider. Consideration part की बात कर रहा हूँ direct मैं. And this will be less than equal to mod xn mod yn, correct? But yn is bounded, so can I write this as mod xn into some m? And since xn converges to 0, तो उसका definition तो apply करूँगा मैं. In the definition I'll write that mod xn is less than epsilon upon m for all n greater than equal to n naught. And by using this I'll put it here, that will be less than epsilon upon m. M get cancelled, you are having this is less than epsilon. So what did you prove? You proved that xn into yn, that is less than epsilon. That means what? This converges to 0. Proof was easy. Sorry I forgot that. Proof करना चाहिए था वहाँ पे. So option C is the perfect one. To prove the product is convergent, you just require this thing. One must go to 0 and second one must go to, and the product will converge to 0, huh? This will converge to 0, as you see. Do you understand the statement? If xn is converging to 0 and yn is bounded, then the product converges to 0. This is the statement. Okay? Yeah. What about next one? Tell me. E and B and C and B the subsequence, okay, sequence, oh sorry. Bn is E2n and Cn is this. Okay. What can you say? Option C. Why that is so? If you're saying option, then you please be ready with the reason for that. Perfect, very nice. That is what I wanted. Thank you, Deepali. That was awesome. Happy कि तुमने आंसर किया. Even it was fully correct. That is, if your sequence is convergent, its subsequence will be convergent and converge to the same limit. So जो Bn is a to n, this is a subsequence of my an, and Cn is a to n plus 1. This is also a subsequence. Perfect. So that is option C is correct. Very nice. I'm happy. What about 12th one? What about 12th one? I told you one thing that Cauchy sequence real की केस में Cauchy को convergent की तरह ही समझो. This is not a different for us. So consider it as convergent. जहाँ पे भी Cauchy word दिखे, you can consider it as convergent sequence. Okay, can you tell me? Anyone? Yes, anyone? En plus 1, that is equal to En plus minus 1 raised to n 2 raised to minus n. Okay, this is what En plus 1 is defined as. Okay, you can do this question in two ways. Try to see the options. The option they are saying En converges to 0, En converges to non-zero, En converges to 0, En converges to non-zero. So in all the cases they have already told you that En is a convergent sequence. Do you see? From the options it is definitely clear that En is convergent. अभी ये converge to 0 हो रहा है या non-zero है, that is the thing, but it is convergent, that is we are sure with. Do you agree? Perfect. Now this is the technique how you should solve the MCQ. Now let us see. You know one thing. You know that limit n tending to infinity En that is equal to some L. I don't know what is that L. I don't know what is that L. Correct? Can I take limit here? Can I take limit in this whole equation? You will be having limit over this, and limit over this. What is this limit? Since limit n tending to infinity En is L, so En plus 1 is a subsequence that will also converge to L. So this will be all. This will also converge to L. I'll just write. I'm just taking limit. You'll see. I will not get anything, but you'll understand something. That's why I want. This is what limit n tending to infinity minus 1 raised to n upon 2 raised to n. I'm writing like this. Okay. Okay. Now I know that this guy goes to L, so can I write it L? Why? Because this is a subsequence, and here this is same as L. And what about this guy? Where does this converge to? Who goes faster to infinity? Even b raised to n भी apply होगा, b raised to n भी लगाया तभी भी चलेगा. Your b is 1 by 2. This goes to 0. I hope that is clear to you, whether you can see that or not. If this denominator goes to infinity, that means this is same as 1 upon n का ही question हुआ ये. So but यहाँ से मेरे को कुछ मिला कि I'm getting L equal to L. I don't have any values. Correct? So this fails. मतलब I am not getting any conclusion from this. Do you agree? Do you agree or not? Perfect. Now let us go back and let us try to see. You'll see a magic here. Be with me. I'll just erase this thing. Yeah. This is the trick you should always use whenever you want to solve the MCQ. Yeah. So once I directly substitute, I'm not getting anything. But can I use at the place of En, can I use again the definition? That means what? En plus 1, that is equal to, at the place of En, can I use the same definition again? That means what? The formula was for En plus 1. Now can you tell me the formula for En? Similarly, by looking at this will be a n minus 1 डू यू एग्री? यहाँ पे n+1 है तो यहाँ पे n हो गया, तो यहाँ पे n है तो इट विल बी n-1 प्लस दिस विल बी -1 रेज टू, हियर n+1 था तो यहाँ पे n, सो इट विल बी -1 रेज टू n-1 ना, and 2 raised to minus of n-1. Do you agree? So can I substitute this thing? Can I substitute this thing at this place? That means what I am substituting, en-1 plus -1 raised to n-1, 2 raised to minus n-1 like that, plus -1 raised to n and something 2 raised to n. So do you get something here? अगर लिमिट लिया, ये जाएगा l को, ये भी जाएगा l को, this is going to 0, this is also going to 0. What do you get here? यहाँ पे भी वही मिला. एंड इसी सेम अगर an-1 को भी मैंने अप्लाई किया तभी भी मुझे यही मिलेगा, दैट इज l इक्वल टू l. आई एम नॉट गेटिंग एनीथिंग कि l का वैल्यू क्या है, 0 1 है कि क्या है. करेक्ट. सो यू मस्ट बी आस्किंग सर फिर हम लोगों ने किया ही क्यों ये. सो यू विल सी किया क्यों. या where is that? Yeah, I'll just write it once again. En+1 is equal to en plus -1 raised to n, 2 raised to -1. Okay. What about a1 दिया है वो लोग ने. हाँ, a1 is 2 ना. What about a2? a2 का वैल्यू क्या आएगा? It will be a1 plus -1 raised to 1, 2 raised to -1. So what is the answer? a1 is 1 and this is -1/2. So answer is 1/2. Do you agree? What about e3? a3 will be a2 plus, that means 1/2 plus -1 raised to 3, -1 raised to 2, sorry, -1 raised to 2 upon 2 square. So it will be 1/2, it will be minus minus, तो ये हो जाएगा प्लस ना, प्लस 1/4. Do you agree? Okay. So this is what, 3/4. And what about the next one, e4? It will be 3/4 and ये हो जाएगा, इस बार माइनस आएगा ना, -1/2 cube. What is 2 cube? That is 8. So ये क्या आएगा, 5/8 ना. Okay. Do you see some pattern? What is the pattern? और अगर चाहिए तो एक और कर लो, a5 कर लो. a5 इज व्हाट, 5/8 एंड यहाँ पे क्या आएगा, इट विल बी प्लस, बोलो. यस. सो इट विल बी 11/16 ना. या दिस इज अ पैटर्न. ये कभी भी तुमको दिखेगा, कभी भी ये हमेशा, इन ऑल द केस दिस गाय इज ऑलवेज बिगर देन दिस. जो डिनोमिनेटर है वो हमेशा बड़ा आ रहा है. डू यू सी द पैटर्न? दैट मीन्स व्हाट, डिनोमिनेटर गोज टू इन्फिनिटी फास्टर दैन न्यूमरेटर. Denominator goes to infinity faster than numerator. So what is my conclusion? Perfect, it converts to 0. Nice. So en converts to 0. So what can you say if now we got something, en converts to 0. Can you say something about bn? So now we are having only two options, that is e and c. What can you say? See, you remember one thing, bn is this upon an, and a division may we required one thing, that is en must not go to 0. If you remember the proof, to prove that division of two sequences convergent, the condition was en must not be 0. So option is C. Do you agree? Okay, nice. What about the 13 one? I have already told you the trick in the previous question. Now you should apply it in the third one, 13th one. Assuming that sequence xn is convergent, then what can you say about limit? Can I use the same trick जो उधर यूज किया हम लोगों ने? यार मतलब क्या? That means suppose limit exist मतलब पता है, suppose this will be L and this will be root of 14 plus phi L. Can I square this thing? L square equal to 14 plus phi L. So L square minus phi L minus 14 equal to 0. Can you factorize this? Do you agree? So what is your value? L minus 7, and यहाँ पे plus 2 common, this is L minus 7 equal to 0. You are having L equal to 7 or L equal to minus 2. So now you are having two values of L. So which one will be true for you? What do you think? What do you think? Which one is the correct one? Both are in the option, हाँ. ये तो आएगा ही नहीं, ये तो आएगा ही नहीं. इन दोनों में से कौन सा रहेगा? Whether नेगेटिव वाला और पॉजिटिव वाला? पॉजिटिव. Why? Correct. Nice. Nice. It is increasing and वो ज़्यादा ही रहेगा and positive ही रहेगा. It is not going to negative. This is positive. Yes, nice. So I think this is done, na? Practical 3 is done. Do you have anything for practical 4? Yeah, tell me what is the answer for first one? I think ये हम लोग ने किया है शायद. The formula is, what is the standard formula? 1 plus 1 by n raised to n is equal to e. This is what we are known with that. अभी क्या करूँ यहाँ पे? What is the answer? क्या लगाया तुमने? आंसर क्या? C. Okay, let us check. Just quickly do. So I can write it as 1 plus minus 7 upon n लिख सकता हूँ. And in the numerator can I write n था, तो I write n by 7 minus n by 7 and multiply by minus 7. Correct? So this whole will become e. So answer will be e raised to minus 7. That is 1 by e raised to 7. Nice. Option C. Yeah, tell me what next. Click. Where does this limit converge to if you are given this thing? Yeah, that's a nice question. 0. Why? Can you tell me? Okay, that is absolutely fine. But see, denominator में n से कुछ नहीं बोल सकते, because ऊपर x raised to ऊपर x n minus 2 है ना. X n minus 1 upon n minus see, the main thing was this. And हाँ, your logic is also correct. अगर मतलब 0 लगाया तो 0 is the answer. That I'm okay. But that directly taking limit, see, direct limit take किया तो पहले थोड़ा सॉल्व कर लेते हैं. xn इक्वल टू let us write xn minus 1 upon 2n plus, see, 2n minus 1 upon n, this is n, so can I separate the bracket, that is n को दोनों को दिया तो क्या मिलेगा मेरे को ये, this will give me 2 times xn minus 2 minus 1 upon n into xn minus 2. Do you agree? ठीक है, अभी मतलब जैसा तो आपने पहले बोला ना कि सब में n है, सो दैट इज़ नॉट ट्रू, क्योंकि यहाँ पे एक बंदा है जिसके पास n है ही नहीं. नाउ इफ़ यू आर टेकिंग कि लिमिट लेते हैं सपोज, तो इसका लिमिट सपोज हम लोग बोलते हैं लिमिट एग्जिस्ट होता है, सपोज दिस इज इक्वल टू l and this will be definitely 0 because l by n, so this is 0 plus this is 2xn will be become 2l and this will be again 0. Do you agree? So what you are having, l is same as 2l. When this is true, when l is your 0. Your answer was correct, but the logic was कि denominator में n है, that is not working because here it was 2n. So if I separate it, then I'll be having a term here. Do you agree? Nice. What about this one quickly? Existence of limit मतलब सेम वही l लेके करना है. This will be l is equal to root l plus root l, correct? So this is l equal to 2 root l. So what you should do, square किया तो l square equal to 4l आएगा ना, correct? So l का वैल्यू क्या आएगा, l square, take l common, we'll be having l minus 4 equal to 0. So l equal to 0 or l equal to 4, which one is correct, 0 or 4? It was actually, let us quickly put the answers of this. The first one was C. This was C. What about this one? Answer क्या था इसका? It was 0 ना? What about this? This was 4. Not bounded, that means it is divergent. Actually, I forgot to turn on recording, so I'll just quickly do that. So these are subsequence, तो convergent रहेगा. Option C. What about this? Bn is not convergent. C. What about 6th one? B. What about 7th? C. 8th? Cannot predict. Why A? I explained you. All subsequence of xn is convergent, but they may not converge to same limit, na? That's why I told you not. We cannot predict. I give you an example. -1 raised to n. Take 2 subsequence, and even नीचे भी ऐसा ही क्वेश्चन, ये क्वेश्चन देखो सेम वैसा ही है. Cannot predict. What about this? D. What about this 11th? Same as previous one. So option B. What about this one? Option D. And about this, bolo, C. Nice. This is quite easy. बोलो इसमें कुछ डाउट है क्या प्रैक्टिकल नंबर 5, 6 में लिमिट का सॉल्व करना? आई डोंट थिंक सो कुछ होगा, बट फिर भी इफ़ यू हैव एनीथिंग टेल मी. ओह, देयर इज़ नो प्रैक्टिकल 6. हाँ, अभी तक मैं प्रैक्टिकल 6 अज्यूम कर रहा था. आई थॉट एवरी चैप्टर हैज़ 2 यूनिट, 2 प्रैक्टिकल. एवरी यूनिट हैज़ 2 प्रैक्टिकल, बट दिस इज़ नॉट. हाँ, क्योंकि इसमें ही बहुत MCQs दे दिए. तुम लोगों ने सॉल्व किया है कि नहीं प्रैक्टिकल 5? पहले वो बोलो. और यू वांट सम टाइम टू सॉल्व, देन यू वांट टू डिस्कस. सॉल्व किया है तो बोलो कौन सा डाउट है। इसका 19 या ओके यस व्हाट इज द आंसर। ये सब क्वेश्चन देख के आंसर देखना चाहिए तुमको। कॉस क्या है, बाउंडेड है ना, सो कॉस ऑफ 1/x विल बी बिटवीन -1 to 1 करेक्ट। बट अपने को क्या चाहिए, x से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, सो इफ़ यू मल्टीप्लाई इट विल बी -x इज लेस देन x टाइम्स cos 1/x दैट इज लेस देन x। डू यू सी सैंडविच थ्योरम, दिस गाय गोज टू 0, दिस गाय ऑल्सो गोज टू 0 व्हेन लिमिट एक्सटेंडिंग टू 0 दिया है ना, दैट्स वाई। सो दिस गाय विल ऑल्सो गो टू 0, सो आंसर इज बी correct। same happens with the question number 18 of answer is B, agreed। बोलो एनीथिंग एल्स। बेसिक 11th स्टैंडर्ड का लिमिट का क्वेश्चन है। यस if you want some time to solve then you can say there are around 42 MCQs. Maybe if you want some time then I can give that. We can have one more session for this, maybe for 15 or 20 minutes, that's it. Or if you don't have doubt then I can stop. Hello, what do you want? Yeah, okay, sure. So you just decide among yourself when you guys are done with this.